Please excuse how Christmasified we are right now. I found something that I want to share. And I don't usually make videos like this on my channel. Usually they're like sit down, talk about something that's like fairly scripted. A viewer of mine recommended, well, not recommended, a viewer of mine suggested that I look at a game. And the game is called Everest Real Climbing Simulator. Now, I'm sadly going to block the really cute kitty with this video, but they do say, to be fair, in the description of this, the AI generated content in the pre-rendered video. But the first time I saw this, I didn't see that. And I went into this thinking that it was just like a normal trailer for a game. And it didn't take long for me to realize that that wasn't the case. And whatever you think about AI generated content or about generative AI, how it's using games or whatever else, there's a whole thing with Coca-Cola using generative AI to make their whole Christmas campaign video recently. And when I saw this, I had no idea it was AI for the first couple of seconds. It became very apparent afterwards. But yeah, this is a game that is going to be like the world's first one-to-one Mount Everest climbing game based on satellite mapping. I fully understand that they don't have content of the game ready to release yet. But I think by using this AI video that they have uploaded here that I'm about to show you, I think it's better just to upload nothing at all, because this is quite funny. I'm going to go through this trailer. And first of all, I saw this clip, right? And I was like, okay, it looks like a little low quality, but that's probably just because the game is unreleased. It says it's not real gaming footage or not real in-game footage. So yeah, I'm looking around. Okay, nothing looks super weird to me straight off the bat. Not gameplay. Here I didn't quite realize. But we get to the second frame. And oh my God, the second frame. What is happening with the legs here? Like, I understand, we know this is AI, so I'm not trying to be like, gotcha. But I do think this just makes me automatically not want to play the game. Even if you want to use a bit of AI here and there in your trailer to support your gameplay, or you've already used it in the game anyway, this is just so badly done. Look at the way their legs are moving. Like, I'm going to make this bigger for a second. Look at the way the legs move. And then obviously you've got all of the... Nothing on the screen looks right. You've got like the mini map and then this dial in the corner, which I guess is supposed to be like your gas. I don't know how snowmobiles work. And then you've got like the speedometer in the corner, but everything just looks so goddamn distorted. Obviously it was then I realized, hold on, this is AI. But the funniest part to me was like when you see the faces of the families, it just looks so bad. Again, whatever your take on using generative AI in content like this is, I think at least if you're going to use it, you should try and make it look decent. Yeah, even if you're letting the audience know that you are using generative AI in the content, I just think that you would still benefit from probably just not releasing a trailer like this, because this is really, really low quality. None of the text on the screen makes any sense. None of the buttons even, I don't even know what that is. Like, is that supposed to be a number? Is it supposed to be a letter? Is it supposed to be a specific choice that you make? And then you've got the completely, obviously, AI-generated person. And then the text on the back of this is like your typical AI-generated text. And it just looks rough. All of the bodies on the floor as well just kind of look a bit odd. Nothing really lines up. Like, what is this on top of the gas canister or whatever he has on him right there? This was what really killed it off for me. Because it does make me wonder, like, if you're saying this is what the game will be like, but then you release a trailer like this, how do I know that you're not just going to use this in the actual game? These faces, the eyes, the teeth, everything just looks so bad. And again, on the screen here, you can see that, like, none of the text makes sense either. So I don't really even know what to expect from this game at this point. First of all, I think if I play an Everest climbing simulator, my hands might absolutely sweat because I'm not very good at climbing things or anything involving climbing. But it's hard for me to even want this game because I just have no idea why they would frame it like this. What does this mean? Warring? What does warring mean? Create some kind of content and then put out your trailer. Because I think if you're a video game developer using a completely AI generated trailer, it is just going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths. There is a second trailer, and this one looks more like it could actually be gameplay, but the UI looks so much different. What is going on? What is going on here? Can we just hold on for a second? What is that? Wait, maybe I actually do want to play this game now. There couldn't be a more stark contrast between the AI trailer they uploaded and whatever that is. This makes it look like a comedy game almost. I'm really curious. I wish there could be comments on a game that isn't out yet. But it looks like, to be honest, that all of the other content they have used in this game, or it looks like all of the other content they have put here do look like in-game screenshots. This game obviously has a very long way to go. It looks like the very, very, very beginnings. It did get me thinking. I really want to go down a rabbit hole of finding other upcoming Steam games that have this level of AI generated trailers for their video games. I would also love to know how this makes someone else feel about this kind of game, because I kind of just like laughed a little bit when I first saw it. Maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. But yeah, the trailer looks a lot different from the actual gameplay, and that's, you know, probably why they used a completely AI generated trailer. But let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you found any other upcoming Steam games that have a really badly generated AI trailer, because I want to go down a rabbit hole. This could be a fun little series. I see it in my future. I did a bit of digging around online after to see what people's ideas were on a completely AI generated trailer, and I found this Cascade.com. It is a AI game trailer concept generator, which I wouldn't be surprised if this is what they used. I didn't know something like this existed. I thought that they could probably just use any video AI generation tool, but I guess this might make it more specific to video games in terms of like generating UI and things like that. Really interesting. I'd actually love to know how they made their trailer. I think the general consensus is if you are going to use AI to make your trailer, don't do it. There's been a lot of scrutiny for a few different games I've seen recently for using AI even as AI generated music or AI generated voiceovers for specific characters. And I think it just turns a lot of people off. But I didn't know if I was the only one thinking this. And this is kind of what this person said kind of hits home. At best, people are going to assume it's a scam / a shit game and leave the page. At worst, they'll do the same and say a bunch of mean shit first. Really interesting though. I want to know what your guys' opinion is on like, hey, we want to show that this is what our game will look like, but we don't have anything to show what it looks like yet. So we're going to make up a trailer. Because when you put it down to that, it doesn't really sound like that much of a harmful thing. But I just think it goes to show that you can't build a game that looks good before putting it out on a Steam page and showing it to the public. And I think I am kind of put off a little bit when I know that they've used these ways and cut corners to implement certain things like music or audio that a character would speak, or a game trailer or something like that. I think it somewhat shows that you're just not taking your product seriously and that your game might be a massive scam. I mean, look at that Paradise game or whatever it was that was supposed to be a huge crypto scam. I'm sure the game looked nothing like the trailer.